Your dog just slept through breakfast, slept through most of the afternoon, and right now, curled up in that little patch of sun by the window, it's already dozing off again. You've probably caught yourself staring at it, half amused, half worried, wondering the same thing every dog owner eventually wonders. Is this normal? Or is something wrong with my dog? Here's what's actually happening inside that furry head every single time it drifts off. Most people assume dogs sleep this much because they're bored, lazy, living a life with nothing much going on, so why not nap it away? Some owners even start to worry it's a sign of something deeper, that their dog is sick or depressed or just not as engaged with life as it used to be. But when researchers actually studied dog sleep using brain monitors, they found something that flips that assumption on its head. Dogs aren't sleeping like bored house pets at all. They're sleeping like their wild ancestors. That afternoon nap isn't a symptom of a dull life. It's an old pattern, still running quietly underneath the domestication. So let's talk numbers, because they're bigger than most people expect. An adult dog sleeps somewhere between 12 and 14 hours a day, roughly double what a human needs. Though, depending on the dog, that range can stretch from about 9 to 16 hours. Puppies sleep even more, somewhere around 18 to 20 hours a day, because growth hormone is released during sleep, and that hormone is doing serious work, building bone, building muscle, wiring the brain. And on the other end of life, senior dogs often creep back up toward 14 to 20 hours, napping more frequently as their bodies ask for more rest, even if some also wake more through the night depending on their health. But the number of hours isn't even the most interesting part. It's how dogs sleep. Humans are what's called monophasic sleepers. We take our 8-ish hours in one long block at night and call it done. Dogs don't work that way. Dogs are polyphasic sleepers. They break their rest into short bouts throughout the day, commonly cited at around 45 minutes at a time, with a full sleep cycle averaging roughly 20 minutes. Within each of those cycles, about 2/3 is light, drowsy sleep, and the remaining third drops into REM. So why would a dog evolve to sleep like this, instead of just knocking out one long, efficient stretch the way we do? The answer traces back further than the dog on your couch. Dogs are technically crepuscular, not fully diurnal like humans, meaning their bodies are biologically wired to be sharpest at dawn and dusk. That trait comes straight from their wolf ancestry, where low light hunting vision was the advantage that mattered most. All that daytime dozing isn't laziness. It's energy conservation, keeping something in reserve for the hours when their body expects to be most alert. There's a second layer to it too. A cross-species study looking at body size and sleep patterns found that polyphasic sleep, sleeping in many short bouts instead of one long one, tends to show up in smaller animals, and it correlates with longer total sleep time overall. The logic is fairly simple. Smaller, more metabolically active animals need to eat more often, so their biology never really allows for one long, uninterrupted block of rest. It's worth noting this appears to be about energy and foraging needs, not about danger. A 2011 evolutionary model actually looked for evidence that short sleep bursts evolved as predator protection and didn't find strong support for that idea. So this is less staying alert for threats and more staying fueled for a body that runs hot. But here's the part nobody tells you. All that time asleep isn't just rest. A large share of it is spent dreaming. Dogs spend a proportionally larger chunk of their sleep in REM than humans do. One estimate puts it at around 2.9 hours of REM sleep a day for dogs, compared to roughly 1.9 hours for humans. REM is the stage most closely tied to dreaming, which is exactly why you'll catch your dog's paws twitching, their breath changing, maybe a muffled little bark, eyes moving rapidly under closed lids. That's not a glitch. That's a dog deep in something that looks, physiologically, a lot like a dream. And then there's a twist inside the twist. A 2022 study that recorded brain activity in both dogs and socialized wolves found that dogs actually spend less time in REM sleep than wolves do, even though their total non-REM sleep looked similar, which raises a genuinely open question researchers are still sitting with. Did domestication change not just how much dogs sleep, but how they dream? Nobody has a settled answer yet. It's an active area of research, not a solved case. Think about that for a second. So if your dog is dreaming almost every time it naps, what do you think it's actually dreaming about? Nobody knows. And honestly, that's part of what makes it kind of beautiful, this animal that shares your couch, your schedule, your quiet afternoons, is having an entire inner experience you'll never get access to. Picture someone working from home, half focused on a screen. Every time they take a break, get up for coffee, stretch, stare out the window for a minute, they glance over and the dog is doing the same thing. Not fully out, not fully alert, just drifting in and out, in sync with the rhythm of the room. That's polyphasic sleep in action, a nervous system responding to its environment in real time, bout by short bout, rather than checking out for one long stretch and hoping the day sorts itself out without them. Now, a quick and honest note, because this matters. Not all extra sleep is the good kind. A sudden increase in how much a dog sleeps, paired with lethargy, appetite changes, or a loss of interest in things they normally love, can be a sign of something physical going on: pain, thyroid issues, other underlying conditions. That's not something to self-diagnose from a video. That's a reason to call the vet. And on the flip side, letting a dog share your bed at night, however cozy it feels, can quietly disrupt sleep quality for both of you, often without either of you noticing it's happening. A quiet, dark, temperature-controlled space tends to support deeper, more restorative sleep, partly because a dog's internal clock is just as light-sensitive as yours. But normal sleepiness, the kind where your dog is eating fine, playing fine, greeting you at the door with the same energy as always, and just sleeping a lot in between, that's not a red flag. That's biology doing exactly what it was built to do. Every time your dog curls up next to you in the middle of the day, it's not checking out on life. It's running on a rhythm older than the two of you. Somewhere underneath all that domestication, all that couch sharing and belly rub loving behavior, it's still in some small way waiting for dusk. So the next time your dog is fast asleep at 2 in the afternoon while you're wide awake, working, scrolling, living your very human, very monophasic life, don't feel guilty about it. And don't worry either. That's not a lazy dog. That's thousands of years of instinct, still running quietly under all that fur. 1, 4, 5-minute nap at a time. Does your dog have a nap schedule like clockwork? Tell me what time they crash out every day in the comments. And if you want more real science-backed videos about how your dog's brain and body actually work, subscribe, there's more of this coming.